Hello and welcome to Yoga with Che. Today I will guide you through a grounding practice to support the time of the month when you are bleeding. This practice will be hip opening and gentle so that you can relieve any discomfort that you may experience during this time of the month. Let's get started and I hope you enjoy. Begin in a seated position with your legs crossed and your hips grounded to the earth. Start to notice the weight of your hips and legs sinking heavily into the floor. Move your awareness within and check in with how you are today. Simply notice all sensation as it comes and goes, honoring exactly where you are right now in this moment. Start to feel the breath as it moves inward and outward in a circular motion. Allow yourself this time to simply let go. Let be. And move your body in a way that is nourishing and supportive for this time of the month. You may like to set an intention for your practice around being enough, being connected to your body, being in your ultimate feminine power. Then take an in-breath as you begin to float your palms into prayer above your head. Feeling the gentle sensation of your fingertips slightly drawing together. Then as you exhale, bring your arms out wide, palms facing forward, and hug the elbows back in towards the side body. Breathe in to rise, inhale. And exhale down. Breathe in to rise. And this time as you exhale, rotate round to the side, lowering one hand in front and the other hand behind. Breathe in, gently rise. And then rotate the other way. Inhale, bring your palms back overhead. And then lovingly, thumbs come down into the center of your chest. Take your palms to the knees as you begin to draw the chest forward, lift the chin, and point the tailbone back. As you exhale, draw the navel into spine and begin to curl the back, rounding the chest forward. Breathe in, shift the hips forward, point the tailbone out, lift the chest and chin, and exhale, curl and round, tucking under the tailbone, bringing your chin into the chest. Take this movement one more time. Inhale forward, expanding and opening the chest, and exhale, curling and rounding the spine. Wonderful. Breathe in back up to center, and then we'll transfer to hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. Tuck underneath the toes and ground the wrists below the shoulders, the knees below the hips. Spread out your fingers nice and wide and then press into the tops of the toes so as to feel a sense of real connection to earth. And then begin to circle the body's weight around, shifting the shoulders beyond the wrists to the side, swinging the hips back towards the heels, and keep your belly very gently engaged. When the hips come back to the heels, transfer the weight the opposite way, taking a big circle round. And then come back to center. Drop the tummy towards the floor, lift the head, chest and tailbone into cow stretch. And then exhale, round the spine, lower the chin inward and tuck under the tailbone. Close close down the eyes here as you begin to witness the sensation in your spine, the movement in your body. Coming back to a neutral spine from here, you're going to begin to walk your hands a little forward. Lower onto the forearms here. Feel into the shoulders. Make sure wherever the arms are, you feel comfortable and supported in your own body. And then as you draw the weight forward, press the elbows into the floor, draw the shoulder blades apart, lift the tummy, and then exhale, send the weight back. Hips go back towards the heels, inhale forward. And exhale, take it back. One last breath in forward. And then coming back to neutral with the hips over the knees, we're going to start to lower the chest down to the floor. Bringing the forehead to rest. Stretching out the tummy. Let the chest ground itself towards the mat. You could put a block or a bolster under your head here if you have one. 2 more breaths. Noticing the weight in your body on the floor. And then gently on an in-breath, begin to walk your hands and elbows back towards your knees. We're going to rise up now to sit onto the heels. You may find that when you come with your hands just in front of your knees, the feet feel equally or sufficiently stretched and stay here if this is enough for you. Alternatively, you can begin to weight into the heels, sinking down into the toes. Roll your shoulders up, take them back. Draw the navel in, find the sense of lengthening up through the spine. And then just here, roll the shoulders forward, up towards the ears, back and down. And then reverse that movement. Well done. Come back to center. Take your palms onto the floor now, lift the knees off the ground. And then sinking into the toes here. Check in with the hips, make sure they feel comfortable where they are. And then you're just going to slowly start to shift one knee out to the side, turning on the ball of the foot and then to the other side. Giving your hips a nice big stretch. And of course, all these movements we do to our own range, our own ability, never forcing, never pushing, and most importantly, never criticizing or judging ourselves as to where we are. Good, well done. From here, we're going to start to sink the hips back down into the floor, finding the yogi squat, malasana. Adjust your feet wherever you need to so that they feel comfortable. And if you find that the balls of your feet are rising in this one, you can simply lift up the hips a little higher. Rest the elbows onto your thighs. And then you're still getting that opening into the hips, but of course it's to your ability, right? Hands to your heart, shoulders slide down your back. Take a big breath in. And exhale fully. Then from here, slowly bring your hands back to the floor, draw your knees to the mat. And you're going to walk forward. Take your left foot to the top of the mat, onto the outside edge of your hand, keeping your back knee tucked under. If your knees are sensitive, you can double over your mat so that there is a little bit of extra cushioning here. And then gently start to sway your hips forward till you feel a stretch in your hip flexor on the right side that works for you, and gently take it back. You may like to peel the heel off the floor if that feels good on the back of your leg. Inhale, chest high, gaze up, coming forward. Exhale, curl and round, take it back. Breathe in. And exhale, release. Taking it back. Now as we come forward here, we're going to just pause for a moment. Take a nice full breath in and turn your left toes out to a degree that feels comfortable. And then start to shift the weight left and right. Exploring your range of movement in your hips that works for you. Keep a gentle drawing inwards of the navel center. Well done. And then from there, you're going to turn those left toes to the short edge of the mat, lift the knee, plant both hands to the floor and step back to a plank. Pausing in plank pose with the shoulders above the wrists, the hips in line with the shoulders and the heels pressed away. And then step your right foot forward and gently lower onto the left knee. Double over the mat to find comfort in your practice. Keep the back toes tucked under. And then gently start to draw the weight forward, lifting the chest. And exhale, take it back. Moving gently through space, in line with wherever your body feels most happy. One of the most important things we can do for ourselves at this time of the month when we're bleeding is to ground and center ourselves into our body, to honor what the body is saying, to listen when it asks for rest. Gently come forward here now and turn your right toes out to a degree that works for your wrist, your ankle, and then shift the weight left and right. Just exploring that openness in the hip. The closer we are to the ground, the more we earth ourselves into that earth energy, leaving us with a sense of feeling safe and secure in our own bodies. Plant your foot to the floor, turn it back to the short edge of the mat. As you lift your knees, step back to your plank. And we're going to lower the knees out wide now and sink down into a child's pose. Spread your fingers and begin to walk your hands forward, bowing the chest in between the knees, forehead to the ground. Tune into the flow of your breath as you soften and release the body to the floor. Letting all the tension in your hips and your tummy melt into the mat. Then gently lift up your head. Begin to walk forward or back with the hands. Bring the knees under the hips. And then you're going to gently turn over to sit down on your bottom. Take the soles of your feet together into a butterfly pose. And at this point, if your knees are kind of high up here somewhere, you may like to put something here at the hips, okay? Just to support the legs so they're not hanging in space. Pillows work really well, books, yoga blocks, blankets, whatever you have at home works perfectly. Then allow the spine to lengthen up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down your back. Pull your tummy in gently and take a full breath in. And as you begin to exhale, lead with your heart folding forwards. Find a place in your body that feels opening, but also comfortable. Bring the chin slightly in toward the chest. And just allow the breath to soften all tension in your body. Supporting your phase of the month with ease and grace. Last deep breath in and exhale here. And on an in-breath, very gently rise. Slide your hands around your knees as you gather them together, and then roll onto your back. As you land onto your back, bring the knees into the chest. Interlace the fingers across the shins, or just hold onto the knees here. And begin to circle the weight of the body into the lower spine. Giving yourself a gentle massage into the lower back. Flooding the reproductive section of your body with love and light. Circle the other way. Connecting to your womb, which really is for us women the gateway to the divine goddess within. From here, the knees go out wide as the hands slide down towards the ankles. Hold gently onto your legs and let the knees fall out to the sides. Let your breath really travel down into the womb, nourishing it with everything it needs to sustain this time of the month. On an in-breath, take the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers across the balls of your feet, or hold on to the feet, not interlace. And then gently rock side to side. Again, just massaging all that muscle mass around the lower part of your body, helping to increase the flow of blood here. Really nice to open the hips as well. Feel the weight of your body on the earth. And then gently release your feet to the mat. Land the toes out to the edges of your mat. Turn your palms upward and slide the arms a little further away from your sides, and then gently rock your knees side to side. Just stretching off the belly. From here, we'll take the palms to the womb. Touch the thumb and the index fingers to create a pointing down triangle, the symbol of the divine feminine. As you lengthen the heels wide, let your toes fall out to the sides, release the shoulders, and then just drop into a very gentle Shavasana. Notice the warmth of your hands on your womb. Begin to breathe deeply down into your belly, allowing the belly to rise and fall with the breath. Return to the mantra, I am enough. I love and accept my body as it is. I honor where I am today. Slowly and mindfully now begin to deepen your breath. Gently moving the fingers and toes. Go ahead and take a big stretch, reaching your hands over your head and pointing your toes away. And then lovingly hug your knees in towards your chest. When you are ready, roll over to the right side and gently come back into a seated position. Bring your hands together in prayer, that we may bow and seal this practice together, honoring you and all beings. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.